Hello, I'm Paul. This is the Borderline Garage talking to you about what I'm doing to the rear of my four-door JKU today. We are going to be eliminating this rear crossmember that's stock and actually replacing it with Poison Spyder rear crossmember. So the advantages of the Poison Spyder is these Jeeps do have a tendency to rust in this rear section here. So it's going to have a stronger tow point there for me so I can tow bigger loads if I choose to. But the main advantage for me is we do a lot of rock crawling, and so what we're going to be trying to do is push this crossmember forward a little bit, and then also it's going to give us a departure angle here of 40 degrees, so it'll allow us to be able to come off of rock ledges a whole lot better without hitting the back of this Jeep. So if you want to follow along, keep watching, and we'll show you how that's done. This will take a welder, so if this is something you want to do as well, then that's something that's required. So we'll go into step one here. When you do get this in the mail, it comes with this one piece, and you're wondering what's this for. Well, this is basically a layout tool. So what you're going to do is this has 3 holes, 2 here, 1 here, and those pretty much just lay over the bumper here, and you just line up all 3 of those holes like that, pull it in place, and take whatever mark out tool you got. I'm just using a metallic Sharpie, and go ahead and make a mark along the frame coming up this way. And once that's done, go ahead and I took a 45, lay it on that bumper like this, and scribe a mark across the top. So that's going to mark where we're going to end up cutting this. You can't mark out the inside until you remove this rear section here, so I'm actually going to start by cutting this off and cleaning that up. This center section is attached to your body mount, so you're going to want to basically come in with a cutoff wheel and cut that away from there. So that'll be our first step. We'll go ahead and go get that done. Alright, so basically what I did is I came in, cut along here. I'm cleaning that up, cut here, around here. I found it easiest to just kind of cut along here to get that down. And cut here. And then basically did the same thing along the bottom. Cut up as high as we can. I still left the material on there like I did here. But I'll come back and try to clean all that off before I go ahead and mount that cross member. But with the cutoff wheel, a lot of times it takes a couple cuts just because you can only get in so far. I'm using a 6-inch blade. So I think from here, hopefully I'll be able to take a hammer to it and get it knocked out of place. Alright, crossmember's finally off. So the hard part basically was back in here, this metal, which is still on here. This side I was able to cut from underneath and kind of get that away. If I could have done the same here, it would have been fine, but my exhaust was in my way. So I ended up having to take a bunch of cuts back in here. And this cut back here, basically ended up having to use a sawzall to get in there. Did the same thing over here actually. So that was a little more cutting than I expected needed done. So now I got a bunch of cleanup ahead of me. So we'll move on to that. Okay, so went ahead and got this top piece cleaned off here. I ended up having to just leaving a little bit back here. I don't think it'll hurt anything. Frame mount's all cleaned up. I didn't get real crazy clean up back there because this is all going to get cut off. Essentially, you're basically trying to get this cleaned up so that way you can put your layout piece up in there again. There's a cutout here. You're going to match this cutout too, and go ahead and make your line here. I also then went ahead and took this down here and transferred a line over to this other side, so I'll know where to cut. So we'll go ahead and basically get these ends all the way cut off on both sides now. That'll be our next step. So now that we went ahead and got these all cut off, we were able to slip up in that new cross member. I am super happy with the fitment. You can see even this right here, they leave this slightly longer than the rest of the metal here, so it gives you a nice butt weld up here. This is going to end up real nice. Super excited about it. It looks really good. I'll get some final shots after we're all painted up too. But I think I'm going to love this. Time to turn this Jeep around and get it welded. Alright, here it is, all welded up. Basically, what I tried to do is weld everywhere I could. So, along the top of the frame here, over, down the sides. And then I will also take you guys underneath here and show you what it looks like underneath there. So basically underside you get weld here on the frame, along the bottom, and along going this way. So you get nice 3 welds. There's quite a bit of coverage as far as welding goes. I did end up having a light gap down there, so I had to do 2 passes on the bottom, so that was kind of a little challenge. Of course, you're upside down, just want to drip out, but got a good weld everywhere else. I feel pretty confident in the strength of this thing. So after all said and done, got it all painted up. I think it looks excellent. I would definitely recommend this. It does take a certain skill level that it's not just a bolt-on item, but to the end result, if you're capable or if you can find somebody that could do this for you, I think is really nice. I absolutely love this 40-degree angle here, a dimple dying. Really, Poison Spyder designs this to basically put a bumper over the top of, but for me, I don't see that being necessary, and the tighter back I am, the better for the rock crawling that we do. So I'll show you a few close-up pictures and get a good look at it all finished up.